28 upgrade. So I've almost completely replaced all the plastic bushings inside of this RC. I already got the ones inside of the rockers. Now it's time to get the ones inside of the servo saver. And thanks to Coyote0976, he already donated me some bearings. Thanks again, man. Now guys, the bearing size for these is 5 by 8 by 2.5 millimeters. If you're gonna go with the Traxxas brand, the part number is 5114. So let's go ahead and get these installed. I have to remove the front skid plate by undoing these 5 screws. And now I can go ahead and take off the front skid plate. Next thing I need to do is remove the bottom A-arms from the diff housing. In order to do that, I need to get some needle nose pliers, and I'm going to be pulling out 4 pins. There is 2 in front and then 2 in back. After I do that, I need to go ahead and detach the turnbuckles from the servo saver. In order for me to reach them, I'm going to rotate it all the way to the side and then just screw it out diagonally. And it's the same thing for the other side. Just rotate it so you can reach that screw. Once you take off both sides, the last thing you need to do is undo the servo saver arm. Once you disconnect that arm, you can easily pull out the servo saver. And now you can see that there is a plastic bushing on top and 1 in bottom. Now a little while ago I ended up doing the stainless steel RC screw kit. There are 2 more screws that I'm going to go ahead and replace right now since I didn't get them last time. Now that those screws have been replaced, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my hex screwdriver and I'm going to push out the bushings from the bottom. I'm going to do that for each side. Once those are out, I can go ahead and push in the bearings. And of course, one goes on top and one goes on bottom. Now that I got the bearings in there, it's time to go ahead and reattach it to the RC. So I'm just going to go ahead and line it up and push it down. Once it's pushed down all the way, you can see that this is much better than those plastic bushings. So now I need to go ahead and reattach the servo arm back to the servo saver. Once that's back on, I need to go ahead and reattach the turnbuckles using that same method that I showed you earlier. After that, I need to go ahead and reattach the A-arms by pushing in those 4 pins. Make sure the pins are pushed down all the way, and now I can finally reattach the skid plate. Remember, it's held in with 5 screws. And that's it for this upgrade. It's one of those simple things that I really highly suggest you do with the Mini E-Revo, because honestly, after installing the bearings, I can easily turn the wheels. I actually cannot believe how much those bushings were pushing against the wheels. And that is not good, because that's going to push your servo a lot more having those bushings in. So thank you, Coyote, once again for that awesome upgrade. Small, but must have. And that was Jester's level 28 upgrade.